important MLS tool that you're going to use is creating a contact list and then sending MLS updates out to your contacts. So if you click on the contacts tab on the menu bar, you're going to be brought to a screen where you can develop your new contact list. So to develop a new contact, you're going to first click on new. And then it's going to bring you to a screen where you fill out your client's contact information. So what I would always recommend you do to start out with is develop a contact for yourself so you can see what these emails are going to look like. So you can use your personal or work email address so that way you can, again, see how this will look from a client's perspective. Typically for a client, you're going to want to fill in as much information as possible. So you go through this entire section and then you're going to click Save. Contact has been successfully saved. This is going to show what their password is. Again, they will receive this in email form. If we go back to contacts, you're now going to see that contact showing up. So what you're going to want to do with each contact is develop a search. So if you click on search, right now there are no searches affiliated with this contact. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to develop a search based on the criteria that your client has. So if they only want single family homes, you would click on single family homes. If they don't care if it's single family, a condo, or multifamily, you can click on all three. If they only want to see properties that are available and are not under agreement or sold, you would click on all of these blocks, new through reactivated. If they have things like price limitations, say they have a $500,000 budget, you can enter in $500,000 as their high end of their budget. If they're looking in specific towns, say they're looking in Abington, for instance, you would include Abington as a selected town. If they're looking in multiple towns, you can add multiple towns, or you can add specific neighborhoods within towns. So Acton, for instance, they might only want to live in West Acton. So you can add Acton and then West Acton as well. So that way they receive emails for all of the town and then they'll get specific notifications for only West Acton. If there's additional criteria that you want to add, such as listing dates, things like condo fees, bedrooms, bathrooms, you can do that under additional criteria. And then some of the standard criteria back up at the top here is where you're going to see things such as total rooms, your bedrooms, acreage, things of that nature. So if you want to do a less than, you can click on this question mark and it will show you how you can develop those less or greater than criteria. So if they want greater than or equal to 0.5 acres, that's how you would enter it. If you just put 0.5, that will only return searches for properties that have specifically 1/2 of an acre, which is not what you want. So once you're done, you're going to save your search. And you're going to see this search for this client is now within their search history. So you can rename what the search is for, especially if your client has multiple different searches they want to develop over time. So if they first want to just this initial search, you can go in, you can rename it search 1, or if you wanted to name it by the town, so Abington and Acton, you can do that. You can save that search and it will now show up with that specific criteria. On the right-hand side here, it will say how often they're going to get those emails, the property types, the price range, and the status. If you want to see matches from their searches, you click on the Matches tab, and this will now show everything that is available which matches their search criteria. You can then click on these MLS listings to look at the specific properties that match their search criteria. And if you need to set up showings, you can access the office and agent information, which you see in this section here, to set those showings up. Under the history tab, this just provides a little bit of an overview of when this contact was created and when you created their different searches. And that is the basics behind creating a search for your clients.